All right. Yeah. I'm ready. How should I start? Yeah, I've got a lot to say. As usual, I know some people say I never shut up. So, hi, I am Bruce Janu. I've been a Cary resident since 2003. I am a teacher and I live in the Fox Trails neighborhood. And I also run a blog called noquarry.blogspot.com that has, since 2007, been chronicling the fiasco that has existed outside our neighborhood with mire material. Yeah, it's been a fiasco. We've had to deal with all sorts of ineptitude at the Cary village that has allowed this monstrosity to happen, that has allowed mire material to come in and really take advantage of the village, to the detriment not just of the village, but especially to the Fox Trail residents. And over the years, we have had Fox Trail residents trying to voice their opinions, trying to get the government of Cary to listen. And we've had trustees claim that they have walked these streets, have knocked on these doors, but it's simply not true. That is until Jim Cosler and Kim Covelli came around 4 years ago. And they have, more than really anybody, listened to the residents here in Fox Trails. And I'm here tonight to speak to you about why I am going to vote for them, why we all should be voting for them. They have listened to the residents. They have agonized over decisions and have probably made decisions that they may not have agreed with, but they've done it because they have taken input from the residents here. And that's what representative government is really all about. It's about listening to the folks you represent. And Kim and Jim have done that repeatedly, more than any of the other people who are up for re-election on this board. And so this election coming up is really important. And I know I can be loud, I can be controversial, and it's only because I really care about what happens here. And Kim and Jim are the only ones who have walked these neighborhoods and have spoken with me and others. Jim and Kim have brought more transparency to Cary. I could tell you so many stories about the village government over the years, about how agendas weren't put out in time, how the Open Meetings Act has been violated on numerous occasions. And it wasn't until Jim and Kim came here that they began streaming the village meetings live so that everyone can see. They deserve our vote. Now, I don't know. I don't know if I should say this, but I'll say it anyway. I think Jim Cosler and I are kind of kindred spirits in a way. We're both very opinionated. But here's the thing. Jim and I believe, and I could be wrong because it's not like we sit and talk much. Jim and I are on different parts of the political spectrum in regard to politics. I imagine if he and I sat down and talked politics, we would not agree. And in fact, one time we were at a board meeting, and it was a contentious meeting, as a lot of them were, dealing with mire material. I mean, mire material has walked all over this village board, and we have board members right now sitting there that fawn over mire material like they're like a gift for the village of Cary, which is simply not true. And this was a contentious meeting. There were a lot of people. There was yelling. There were people upset. And I don't know if it was a misunderstanding or something, but Jim and I got into some words during some public comments. And even though that happened, and I do believe it was a misunderstanding, I never once thought that Jim would do something to make a decision that would go against the best interests of the people who live here in Cary. And that's really saying a lot. There have been so many decisions made not for the benefit of the people. Now, I don't know what. I have a hard time trying to understand that, which is why I will be voting for Kim Covelli and Jim Cosler in this upcoming election. It's important to have people who are not afraid to stand up to the special interests that are trying in towns all across the United States to try and take advantage and take something from the people of small towns like Cary. So we need them, quite honestly, on the village board. So I hope you join me in voting for Kim Covelli and Jim Cosler on April 2nd. Thank you. It's kind of hard to do that off the cuff. I don't know exactly if I've covered everything that I want, but yeah, go and vote. Thanks.